You're watching UNICEF television. The people of Chengen village in southern Kyrgyzstan still clearing up after a massive mudslide that ripped through this community, wrecking scores of homes. Happening less than 2 weeks before, the memory of it is still painful for 10-year-old Ruslan Omabayev and his siblings. Within minutes, their home was flooded, most of their possessions gone.
The flood took everything, my toys, my books, and it still gives me bad dreams.
Looked after by their grandparents and neighbors while they wait for a new home, these are difficult times, but at least they escaped with their lives.
I was away at the time, and my neighbors had to rescue the grandchildren through the windows at the back because the flood came so quickly. I have them to thank for their lives.
In this country of dramatic mountain terrain, the changeable weather can present dangers with dramatic suddenness. Global climate change is likely to influence the severity and frequency of extreme weather events. The country is also highly prone to earthquakes. At this preschool in Batken region, the children are learning just what to do in the event of a disaster. It's part of a pilot project in DRR, or Disaster Risk Reduction, implemented by UNICEF in conjunction with government and NGO partners and supported by the European Commission. It is designed to build a culture of safety which becomes sustainable. In a community never far removed from the dangers around them, the teacher in this class lost 2 teenage nephews in a mudslide the week before.
Children between 3 and 5 really absorb this information and even tell their parents what to do. If those 2 boys who died had known what to do, maybe they would have survived.
In a neighboring village, the lesson in DRR is particularly relevant for school friends Ipiri and Ijan. Their walk home takes them across a dry riverbed that becomes a raging torrent of mud and water when it rains heavily. Thankfully, both of them know what to do.
When we see the flood, we have to run for home and be with our parents, because the flood is bad and it can take you away.
This is something very new for us. Before, children would run out panicking during an emergency, but now they know exactly what to do. There is a big difference when children know who to listen to, who to follow, and how to behave.
It is planned that the same training for 3 to 7-year-olds will be extended to all preschools in Kyrgyzstan, so those most vulnerable in disasters will learn how to behave in emergencies.
The most vulnerable during a disaster are the young people and elderly. Now we are doing a lot of activities with UNICEF on preparedness of preschool children. We conduct a lot of simulation in kindergartens.
Back in Ruslan's village, his grandmother tells us she hasn't seen a flood like the one they experienced in the 50 years she has lived there. But at least the younger generation are now better prepared. In a neighboring house, 16-year-old Bolot and his grandmother managed to escape from their home and help others get out.
When the mudflow came, we ran away to the neighbor's garden to save the small children from next door, and then went to higher ground. I knew we had to do that, because the TV emergency announcement tell you to.
A generation growing up facing greater potential dangers and needing the skills to deal with them, relying on the people they can most rely on, themselves. This is Rob McBride reporting for UNICEF Television. For more information, go to unicef.org. Unite for Children.